Hello everybody, my name is VTech Guy here today with the Mr. Alpha Sports Gaming, who's no longer with Freedom. Just gotta put that plug in there.
I don't know
Mr.
why.
K-Rated Gaming and Mr. Twisted Jenny. We'll talk about that later, Malin. Don't
What
worry.
up?
But how'd you guys enjoy Impact tonight? I didn't like the
Um,
cliffhanger, but it felt very
oh yeah, the
WCW-ish.
the cliffhanger
But
pissed me off, but
It was
other than
decent.
that, it
It
was a
was
good
really
episode.
But they did tell us, go to impactwrestling.com to find out who it was. We know who it is, and we're going to talk about that when we get to it. So if you don't want to know who it is for some weird reason, close your ears.
Plug your ears.
Yeah, but if you're like everybody else and you're
But
like,
when
who
we
the heck,
tell you
who the heck
to.
is this? We'll tell you.
Pull out those earphones.
All right, kicking off the show. The show ended and started off very weirdly. It was a very nice show in between. It built up, and it felt like it should have been the main event with the last man standing match between the Wolves, but it still was good after that. You know what I mean? But I just felt like that probably should have been the main event because it was a really good match. But the show started off. It kicked off with Mr. Caleb Conley taking on not Junkyard Dog. Taking on Eli Drake, the namer of dummies. Eli Drake wins.
Yeah.
Eli Drake wins. It's sad to say.
Spoiler
There's
alert.
just not
Eli
much,
Drake wins,
there's,
obviously.
There's just not much going for Eli Drake, sadly. After that match, like straight after that match, Jeremy Borash and Josh Matthews started yelling at each other. Then Bruce Pritchard came out and was like, "You're gonna get a team. You're gonna get a team. You name it at the end of the show. They're gonna fight next week. We'll get to that." I believe after that we had the gauntlet match, which was not a gauntlet match. That is called a rumble. All right, when you have someone enter the ring,
It's a Royal
at
Rumble.
30 to 60 second intervals, and they can lose the match by going over over the top rope. That's a rumble.
That's a Royal Rumble.
Now, I see what you did there because you were like, oh, the last person gets pinned. But after, the second to last person gets thrown out and you automatically pin someone, it's kind of just like, whatever. But ODB
No one
wins.
gives a sh-
ODB wins. In my opinion, Diamante shouldn't have been in the match. I think that they should keep her.
Protect her.
Yes, because I think she will be the one to beat Rosemary, just from like the aspect of she's a very interesting figure.
She's the only person that can actually probably hang with her as it pertains to the hard-hitting style.
And the story behind LEX and Decay too, which will help out.
Yeah.
ODB will just sit on her.
Sadly, ODB is very comical. She is kind of like brawling, which is
ODB's a good
but
another win for Rosemary, I guess.
yeah. Madison Rain.
I don't see there being any chance of ODB beating Rosemary.
Madison Rain was there, which was pretty good. I kind of felt like she probably should have won it, even though she didn't have really much.
No,
to do
she only
with
has
Rosemary.
one fan. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember he told us. Jeremy Borash told us.
Yup. She only has one fan.
feel
Madeline's
like-
sister was there. How'd your sister do? Casey Quinn. Anna something. I
You
think
know what?
they
She's
renamed
pretty
her.
decent.
They renamed her. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they renamed her because Borash called her something different.
Yeah, Anna something. Or no,
They
Rockstar
renamed her Ava.
Because, or is it not Anna? Or is it Ava?
The funniest
Ava?
part is they renamed her in the middle of the taping, I'm guessing, because last week's taping and this week.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
They rename her in the middle of the taping.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more obvious each week that Spud is doing the announcing because he was getting really into it this week. He was like, "Now eliminated, MJ Jenkins." That's our girl right there. She's really cool.
Jay.
Who else was in that match? Rebel was in there. She was easy.
Amanda Hernandez.
Amanda was. Yup.
Ava something.
Oh, Brandy Rhodes. Yeah.
Ava Stories.
Yeah. In the end, it didn't really matter. ODB won. So, so ODB and Rosemary, that'll be a thing. No Rosemary tonight. No Decay tonight. It just feels weird when, the champ doesn't confront her. In terms of nothing for Cody, Rhodes, and Moose. There's that.
Which is a down.
Yeah. LAX had a little party and whatnot. They're like, alale, serious like a Latino period or something like that. I don't know, but they were great. As you can see, LAX with the tag titles. Fantastic
Serious
move.
like a Latino.
Best best move Impact could have done, switching from previous champions to who's champions now. I'm liking LAX as champions. Really good. They're a really good faction right now. We also got a triple threat match, which wasn't too crazy. It was Suicide, which props off to Caleb Conley pulling double duty. Taking.
I was gonna say, was that Caleb Conley
was.
under?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was because we were watching his mannerisms, and it definitely was.
Yeah, so it was Suicide taking on Andrew Everett, taking on Marche Rocket. Everett wins. It's basically going to build up to the eventual Trevor Lee, Andrew Everett final match, which Everett probably will win. I don't know. But that's it. That's if everything pays off correctly. So, also, we had a cool little vignette for the Veterans of War. I think that's what they're called, something like that.
Yeah.
They had like a George Bush 2003 promo about Iraqi
George
veterans
Bush is going to come manage them.
He's going to just come down there. George Bush Senior, the one that got rolled out during the
is going to roll
Super Bowl.
With the same thing that Zeb Coulter came out on day one.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome, but no, seriously though, you could see. I guess it was Gunner and Crimson from how it looked. They're gonna be coming, which is great. I'm a big Crimson fan. I'm a big Gunner fan. Actually, to roll right into Gunner. James Storm was out there cutting a promo saying he's gonna be the next world champion. He gets interrupted by DCC, which still exists. I know. Hold on. I know you're shocked, just like I am. Death Crew Council, whatever you want to call them.
Oh no, I was even more shocked about stuff as this whole segment continues.
So Eddie Kingston went down there. Well, Kingston went down there with Bram. Kingston went on the microphone. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they actually let Kingston talk. That's what I was surprised
That man,
about.
He's the one that you need to be having, I know that there's big rumors that he's kind of toxic backstage or stuff like that, but the man still has talent. At the end of the day,
the man was incredible on the mic tonight.
Yeah, even if the guy is somewhat toxic or something like that, if he has skill or talent, you still have to kind of acknowledge that and respect it. And I think definitely tonight, props off to Kingston. All right. The man,
that was one of the better promos I've heard on Impact in a while.
Yeah,
I really wish to see him by himself.
I know that we were giving a lot of flack to KM last week, but I gotta stress it. Just Kingston is the one that you should be like, wow.
Oh yeah.
I know that they haven't been pushing him at all correctly as a singles competitor, but on the microphone, he's pretty good.
He's probably been the weak link, honestly, of DCC.
Yeah. So basically, he got into it with James Storm, saying that you paid for this. To wear the stupid mask and you're not sticking along with us.
And then he crushed it.
He throws the plastic mask down and stomps on it. He curb stomps that thing.
And it
is
blows
awesome.
into a million pieces.
Yeah. James Storm literally rips off, I think, part of the shirt of Kingston. Kingston's suit jacket's off, the ties everywhere. James Storm said, I wrote the music, I'm the one who got everything together. I'm the reason why DCZ exists, and I don't need you guys anymore because you guys failed your mission to get the tag titles, and I'm looking after myself to get the world title like it was planned. Freaking phenomenal. This was probably the golden or diamond gem, whatever you want to call it, in the show, in my opinion. If there was
Diamond in the rough.
Diamond in the rough. If there was one thing that was
this show was good though, but that was probably the highlight.
No, but this was the one thing that was snuck in there very secretly because there was nothing else with them. That's the thing. They weren't put in the Jeremy Borash.
You definitely look over it if you're not paying attention.
It was really good. Now after that though, there was a little thing where they went to the recording studio and you saw Big Vinnie Mac. You can't make this stuff up. Oliver Dale. Some guy named Bucky.
Oliver.
Basically, all the people that make James Storm's theme song. Apparently, he's getting a new theme song or something. But hopefully they'll show up. That'd be cool if those two showed up. I hope they.
Dude, yeah, that whole group just needs to follow him around. That needs to be his posse.
Yeah. So that was really good. After that, we got our Wolves match. Freaking great.
Loved it.
Great. We had Alicia Edwards. Yeah, I keep on saying Alicia. Alicia Edwards is out there watching. Of course, Angelina Love already followed Davey Richards to the ring. I like on the Titantron it says Natural Born Killers, and he's technically the lone wolf. There's things like he's a broken wolf, stuff like that. It's really good. It's a really good match.
Did you say
really
broken?
Shh. But yeah, they took on each other, Eddie Edwards and Davey, in a last wolf standing match. Really great. I love the point where Eddie Edwards just leaps off the top rope and does a foot stomp on Davey when he has his head in between the the opening gap of the steel chair. When Davey finishes off Eddie, and he's thinking twice. He's like, should I hit him because he was a brother of mine? Angelina Love gives him a kiss and is like, end him. Davey just takes the chain around his leg. Davey takes the chain around his leg and just bashes Eddie in the face. I keep on saying their names because it's Eddie, Davey, whatever. But in the end, Davey wins. Alicia and Angelina Love got into a little fight. Angelina Love wins in the end, though. But yeah, so Davey wins. Much more of this feud to come out. I love the story of it right now. This probably should have been the main event. But the rest of the show didn't disappoint because there was still some good stuff in there. But I think that in particular was like, wow.
Well, how could they have ended it with the cliffhanger they did if they did that?
That's true.
Yeah.
But like, especially with this match and the story between these two, that's truly what chemistry is. When you work with someone for so long, it's just like the Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah, it was
Sadly, it won't be that good.
So good. And I really hope the big payoff. I know some people aren't going to be fans of it. I hope it is a 2v2, with Alicia and Eddie versus Angelina Love and Davey. And hopefully at the end, Alicia will convince Davey to go with Eddie, and Angelina Love will just go and do her own thing. And then we'll get one goodbye with the Wolves. Because there's stuff of like Davey retiring and stuff like that. But hopefully not. Yeah. Hopefully change your mind and be like, hey.
Is Eddie leaving too, or is it just Davey?
Unless things get really crazy in Impact, the wonderful world of Impact. Most likely not, because he's a very loyal person and loves having fun there and all the stuff he's doing.
Yeah.
After that,
and they've really given him like anything he really could want.
Yeah. After that, we had. Was there anything before the Alberto match?
Backstage.
No.
It was just the Alberto and then the backstage segment, the interview.
What? Which one? Oh,
the one
yeah. We'll so Alberto beats up Bad Bones. That's it. After that, we have Allie and Braxton Sutter backstage trying to take an interview. Interview doesn't work out. Sienna's there. Our favorite boy in the world, Cam, shows up. They're all really like,
Sport Bus finally showed up at Impact.
That's really it. It was like, okay, don't know why that happened. But the reason why it happened is because
they need to get a new bus driver.
The new bus driver is going to be, I guess, spoiler alert, close your ears for about 5 seconds. If you don't want to hear the name of the guy, Congo Kong. He's going to be the one.
He's going to be the short bus driver that drives KM to school, and
he's going to be driving the white Hummer around, basically hitting people. But no, in all seriousness, he's going to be the big threat to Braxton Sutter.
Yeah, well, the thing is that's not even a spoiler, because honestly, if you know wrestling in general,
yeah,
and you've seen that promo, even the first time you see it, there's only one person that it could be. Because I mean, the only other person that kind of somewhat has that look is 60 years old and he wrestles in Japan. His name's Great Muta.
Yeah.
At first, when I saw like the orange hair and stuff, I thought it was Lady Tapa, just because like the big fluffy hair.
Well, the thing is they really throw you off with it because they have the lady legs, which is Sienna's legs.
Yeah.
And then they throw you off by all of a sudden showing you Congo, because then you're like, I haven't seen Congo Kong in a while. Does he have really like lady-like legs?
I thought they were throwing in another female to the story or something.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Tech were saying for a while. We were saying like we thought Katie Lee Burchill was the name we threw around. We threw around.
Ooh, that would have been good.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like the big thing will be Congo Kong, going just head to head with Braxton Sutter. That'll be interesting. More interesting than
I want to know what's going to happen with KM then.
KM will stick around. I think he'll definitely just be the you can't even say big brother because he's a cousin. I don't know why. He's the big cousin.
He's literally Sienna. He's set as long as this whole Sienna thing as long as Sienna's there, because of the fact that they've already got that family connection.
Yeah, so I don't really know what you can do with him, especially because they're Impact is doing a lot of things at once right now, and you can see where like Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee might have to take the back seat to some other stuff.
The thing is honestly, as bad as it is to sound, I feel like they need to add another mid-card title. Just for the fact that there's a bunch of guys here that are going to have nothing to do otherwise.
It's
if
very
you think about it, because like
limited.
You got the Grand Championship, which is really built on those
brawlers.
They're really building it as guys that can actually go for those 3-round style guys. You got the X division, obviously the high flyers.
Lightweight
the
guys.
Knockouts division's obviously just females.
I
The tag division is
tag
division, and then the world title is just the top names in the company. Not everyone can be a top name. That's not how wrestling companies work.
I
would say bring back the television.
I think what they need to do.
Yeah, I would say bring back the television title.
I'm gonna use Mullins' favorite word for this. They need to greenlight Explosion being more serious. Maybe not as a second.
Make it 2 hours.
Maybe
and
not a
actually
second
maybe
brand.
try to get on TV.
Yeah, maybe not a second brand, but at least
maybe like
get,
like
a little
how
more stuff
SmackDown and
there.
Raw were before the brand split.
Yeah. All right, time for our main segment. Jeremy Borash is out there. Josh Matthews out there. They're trash talking each other back and forth. We had a coin flip. Jeremy Borash is like ladies first. Josh Matthews is like clap, clap, clap. He's been waiting to say that all night. So Josh Matthews announces the first person ever. It is the Destroyer, Lashley. Lashley comes out, and Josh Matthews
he also called him Armageddon.
Josh Matthews has a T-shirt for everyone on his team, so that's great. So yeah.
I hope they wear them next week.
I hope they wear them too.
Oh, I hope they wear them.
They
all
sell
to the
them on Shop Impact. Yeah, shopimpact.com now.
That's what I wanted to check. I wanted to check if it was on Shop Impact.
But Jeremy Borash announces his pick. It's Alberto El Patron, because El Patron and Lashley are kind of feuding. After that, we have Bram as the second pick.
Yeah, the Chesterfield
really,
Plague.
Yeah, a little random off by Matthews. Then
we want Kingston.
Then you're actually there's a lot of people wanting Kingston after tonight. After that, then
they have it.
What? They
have the goat. They have the goat shirt.
We're buying a couple. So after that, Jeremy Borash is like, I'm gonna throw you off. I'm gonna have a guy who showed up. Now, given he was Team Global Force, I'm gonna put that out there, but he still showed up on television. So Chris Adonis,
he was only there for like maybe 2-3 weeks.
Chris Adonis, or as you might actually know him as, Chris Masters, is there. That's awesome, because I'm always saying, like, guys in that weird time period of WWE, like Ruthless Aggression.
That Ruthless Aggression era, there was a lot of great mid-carders that just couldn't get to that big scene.
Yeah, Chris Masters, Chris Adonis, definitely a big one. Hopefully in Impact, he's a big deal. I wouldn't mind him and Kevin Matthews. I'm sorry, I broke kayfabe, KM, but yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think that'd be great for KM. But then we have it's a 4-on-4 team. So I know I've been hyping it as 5-on-5. Like it should be, but it's 4-on-4. So then Josh Matthews calls out Eli Drake, and then Tyrus comes with him. Bruce Pritchard's like, "What you doing, man?" And then Tyrus said, "Don't you worry, bruh." I haven't said that
Josh
in 3
is sitting there
years,
smiling
2 years.
with the funniest facial expression. He had me geeking. He had the biggest grin on his face, like a goofy
He said, "That's my team. Get them." So then all 4 of them start beating up those guys, and then out comes
2 guys that are in the room.
Out comes Matt Morgan. The Blueprint Matt Morgan shows up. So Morgan goes in there, just wrecks everybody, except for Lashley, because the show ends with Morgan and Lashley standing in the ring. Actually, I think he did pick up Lashley. Did he? I'm trying to remember.
I only remember what they cut to after that. And
I don't think he did, but yeah, Morgan Lashley.
Wait, what did you say?
Did Morgan actually get to hit Lashley, or did they just stare? Okay, so Morgan did hit Lashley, and then we cut to out in the parking lot to a guy who's very, very late to the show. By the way,
yeah, very late.
Let's just put that out there.
And they say, "Oh my gosh, the action's still continuing, but we got to end the show. Find out who this man is on ImpactWrestling.com." We googled it for you guys, so don't worry. You don't have to wait 7 weeks of anticipation because we have the internet.
Ears.
Hold your ears for about
know.
5 seconds. If you don't want to know for some weird reason, it's Magnus. So Magnus
Yes.
is back.
Welcome
That's
back.
Great.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Big fan of Magnus. Looking really forward to this.
Guessing Jeff Jarrett is too.
Yeah. Well, Global
Jeff
Force.
Jarrett's
Well, he
freaking
was a
awesome.
part of
Yeah.
Global
Think
Force.
Global
about this.
Force,
Let's
yeah.
think about this. Like Matt Morgan was always a big, like Jarrett was always a big Morgan guy. Jarrett was always a big Magnus guy. Jarrett was always a big Chris Mordetsky guy, because even like you could see his stuff even went in Global Force. Like Mordetsky was pushed as one of the big names there.
So that's gonna be really exciting for everybody next week. In terms of the show, Shane, you there?
What up?
What would you give tonight's showcase?
6.5 out of 10.
6.5. I'm not gonna get you yet, Malin. I'll save you for second to last. Mister
fine.
goes off and watches it on his own. All right, Mullins,
Right.
what would you give it?
Mullins will give it a 9.
9.
Ooh.
I really enjoyed tonight. It kept me interested. I would like the cliffhanger. It pissed me off a little bit, but I can understand why they do it. They want to get traffic. They need to make money.
Yeah,
You make money by saying, "Hey, go check out our website. We have the answer there."
yeah. Get that ad revenue. Malin,
Yeah.
what would you give it tonight?
8.5.
8.5.
Mainly because, yeah, the cliffhanger annoyed me a little bit. But, like, besides that, I wasn't a huge fan of, like, the knockouts matchup, to be honest. I didn't
No.
like how Madison Rain was hiding the whole time.
I
Yeah.
didn't like how MJ Jenkins didn't win.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna give it.
But, yeah, besides that.
I'm gonna give it a 8, a solid 8. Like I said, some things I weren't too crazy about. X Division match was okay. I liked it. Starting off with the match was a bit different. I'm actually gonna give starting the match a plus. At first I was like, no.
No, I liked it.
Then it grew
I
on
liked
me
it.
as the show went on. So I give
It
it,
was
starting
different.
off with the match right off the get go, mid match, a plus.
That's the only thing I take. That's the only thing I take away from this show.
All the segments
Is literally
were
because the
great.
fact that I'm me, and I am a firm believer that segments need to start shows.
Yeah, I definitely prefer it, but I guess because we haven't really seen it too often in wrestling, definitely bit odd.
I
bit
can't remember.
strange,
Like
but
honestly, I have to literally like think back to when like the last time wrestling started a program I watched.
yeah. Other than that,
Probably WCW.
for takeaways,
Probably,
yeah.
and look where that went.
But other than that, takeaways, segments were freaking great. Like I said, the hidden gem, the diamond in the rough, was definitely that Eddie Kingston. James
Eddie
Storm.
Kingston gets our MVP
promo
award
thing.
for the week.
And then
Ooh, I
Bam
like that
got
idea.
Hit with God's
I like
Last
that.
Gift.
We should definitely name an MVP from now on.
So, he's not back in the company yet.
He's going to.
Yeah.
He probably will be.
And one day he'll come back. But other than that, great impact tonight, guys. We'll definitely take it the next week. Peace out.